I'm saying to this young lady, what I'm saying about worth in general is don't get stuck on the my value is in the context solely with our relationship. Maybe he never marries you, but that does not mean your life wouldn't be great because you're not stuck on that one thing you didn't get. Now, my basic advice is don't get stuck in the first place. No baby having, no moving in, no cooking clean. The first time my husband ever got a meal from me, we was married. And I think if I'd have cooked for him before we got married, he might not have married me because the sister can't cook. My son number 5 one time sat down and told me all 7 good meals that I made throughout the course of his 25-year life. He knew them. How do you know that? But you find Toler actions. Please, what? My fiance doesn't want me to. Oh my! I hope I can stop this and start it again. Your book, My Mother's Rules, Saved My Life. Kiera Woods. I'm so glad. I love that book. I don't have it here. I would show it to you, but I don't know where it is. But I wrote that book about my mother. My mother was an emotional genius. She was the captain of how she felt all the time. And so there you go. I want to watch you. I've been living in Spain. How you doing? Well, you can watch me on YouTube or Hulu. But as we were talking about knowing your worth and the red flags and warning signs, and I think the red flags and warning signs is a different conversation that we're going to have on another Tuesday. But I belong to this organization called Bloom 365, and they had a graphic that I thought was so apropos for the conversation about a woman really understanding her worth in the context of a relationship. And I'm going to show it to you. I don't know. You know, let's all hope I don't break anything. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not because I see comments. What the heck? But there it is. A relationship ought to make you feel like you're a blooming flower, not a wilting one. It shouldn't be all about isolation, jealousy, running around chasing somebody, side chicks, side outside babies, you know, control. Shouldn't be about that. A dude should add to you. And when it should be more light and not just getting kicked around in the dark. It's not gonna all be light, but it should bring light to you. And you have to always be willing to remember that. Always be willing to remember that. I've stopped it, and I didn't mean to. So I'm gonna press this button. Oh, you can see it good. Thank you very much. Hello, what's happening in Japan? Oh my goodness. How do you... Uh-oh. No, I don't want to do that. How do you look so good and never age? Well, I age. See? My neck. That's where my age is. Right there in my neck. But I do drink a lot of water. I watch your shows in the UK and have been a few years. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. What qualifies men? What qualities men should have? Well, that's a very good one. Trustworthiness is a good one. But the qualities that you need in a man are probably different from the qualities that I need in a man, because everybody needs a different sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's not all men and it's not all women, but trustworthiness is important. Ability to communicate is always lovely. It's tough for dudes sometimes. My husband is not a big talker. I'll talk a lot, but he's like, ah. Why is it that I'm still yearning for a different future with someone, although I've now realized that he doesn't respect, love, or care for me? We've separated and aren't in contact other than for our son. No, I'm not in love with him because we have a child. I'm no longer in love, although I do have love for him. He treats me as if I don't matter, as if I'm an option, even if I put him first all the time. I don't understand my continuous love attraction. I do. Pretend you got 2 dogs. One is loving him. One is moving on with a greater life. If you keep thinking about him, if you keep talking to him about other things, if you keep lingering over that love and that want and the belief that that is your satisfaction, that dog is going to get bigger and bigger, and then all the other things that you could be doing in your life will get smaller and smaller, because that's not getting fed when your love is. Love doesn't just up and walk away on you, but you can make a decision every day that every time you think about what this could have been, what this might have been, why I continue to love him. You have a game plan for doing something else that makes your life bigger and larger and exciting, because he treats you like an option because you are an option, and that's okay. It's an option he chose, he didn't choose. And now you have the right to choose the rest of your life. And you shouldn't be sad about what you lost, but excited about the opportunities that you gain. You have the opportunity now to find somebody to be loved by who does not treat you uh, badly or without regard. You have an option to have every day filled with joy and light and excitement that you have done because you've lived on every level. Can I tell you what I used to do when I was a judge? Back in the day, and me and Biggie weren't getting along, don't tell anybody. And I always made sure, my phone. I don't know what that means. But anyway, I always made sure I had a special extra joy when that wasn't working right. And one time, when I was on Wednesdays, I used to do my civil docket, and often my civil docket would settle out, so I'm like done, like at 1. So what I did was I signed up for ice skating lessons. Grown woman, 30 some odd years old, 2 kids. I could have gone home, got the kids, and did dinner. I said, no. I'm going to go ice skating. It was a class with a bunch of 12-year-olds. It was an after-school class. That there wasn't any rule that you couldn't be 30 some odd years old to do it. So I went out there and I ice skated. You'll always have to have a game plan for joy. I do the most bizarre things. Built doll houses, played tennis, taken Russian lessons, piano lessons, because I refuse to have a life that is in 2 lanes, working home. And that's when you allow yourself to really enjoy your worth, and it does not become determined by who you're with or whether or not that's working out, or it does not impact your decision to continue to compromise your way into a corner somewhere. I did a speech called, not a speech, but a show called, not a show. The show I was on is Divorce Court, and I did this thing called What 20 is For, and it's as close as I've ever come to being viral, I'll put it that way. And I gave this young lady a speech about what 20 is for, because she was 20 and she was compromising her way into the corner of a closet somewhere. And because she was fighting to maintain a relationship with a dude who wasn't gonna act right. But she was 20. She didn't have any kids. She had options. I'm just saying.